Hi, Bethany. How you doing? Thank you so much for including your work here and this wonderful written rationale. I'll try to address everything here. I read this over twice now, and I've got this in my notes, so I'll address just about everything you have here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the work. Okay, here, if I got the work up in the window right now. I think it's a good start. I do. I think there's a couple of things that I can recommend. First and foremost, I think the main thing that's missing, of course, this is a magazine advertisement. So the contact information should be listed in here. And I'll talk about that in a second. But I think a great formula is to place the logo at the bottom of the page, lower right-hand corner. It's a great exit strategy. Reinforce the branding because that's where the viewer typically exits the page anyways. It's the lower right. So placing the logo there was an excellent idea to reinforce branding. Good choice there. Contact information, this is a perfect spot over here for contact information. You got your headline, subhead. I don't see a paragraph of body copy. I'm going to recommend you do that. I think it's, and I'll show you a little trick that we can do to work with this background image right here. So, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look. So first thing I'm seeing is a headline and subhead. So there's actually two sets of subheads here. I think that if you can condense this or just even take Amethyst Bay is now offering bundle packages. Take that and let's remove it. And just our subhead will be Amethyst Bay Resort and Spa has it all. So we can take that. We can take that information and group it in with the paragraph. We're going to add a paragraph. And I will include this information here and this information here in that paragraph. So the first thing we'll do is we'll take this and we're just going to move that out of the way for now. And then we'll take this and that is going to become our subhead. Sorry, that's my dog. Okay, sorry about that. My dog, he does this thing when he's sleeping. He kind of makes this noise like you can you hear him? Sorry about that. That's got to be so distracting. Okay, so headline and subhead. So this looks good. That subhead, I think it's maybe a little bit too large. So we're going to go ahead and reduce that size just a touch. But that looks perfect right there. And also at this point, I would say we'll go ahead and use purple for that subhead. Okay, and then we'll remove the stroke as well. We don't want the stroke on that type as well, as you can see it. So that looks great right up there, okay? So we're going to include that, and this inclusive, we're going to include that. Let's get rid of that, and this we can get rid of, and this we can get rid of. These banners, we can get rid of those. At this point, now this information here, what I'm going to recommend that we do is also we're going to get rid of this banner here. We're going to take that logo, reduce the size. Okay, now that's difficult to see, so I'm going to recommend you use the logo with the purple background. Thought I had my PDF up, but there's a logo with the purple background. I would recommend you use that. Place that right about there. Okay, then you can configure your contact information right over here as well. Okay, at that point, see all this information that we pulled aside? We can take, sorry about that. So at any rate, so then we've got this new configuration where everything is kind of presented in harmony. So we don't have like type and elements laying over the image. Right now they're incorporated into the image, which is really an interesting place to be because it's going to, as you can see, it creates wonderful page harmony. Now, at this point, what I would recommend we do is add a paragraph of body copy. Okay, so this right here is going to be your contact information, your logo with the purple background. And then right now, I'm just going to take this rectangle tool, and I'm just going to create a rectangle right here. We'll align it with that right there. We'll indent it just a little bit, maybe align it with the M. And what we'll do is we're just going to take, okay, now what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to sample a color out of the sand in the background. It's going to go to my eyedropper tool. We'll sample that color. There's where we're going to place our text. Now, what I would recommend at this point is to take that particular area and we're going to really reduce the transparency on that so that we can use it for a box, a placeholder for our type. So to reduce that transparency, I'm just going to select that box. I'm going to go to my window across the top of the screen, select the word window, and then drop down to where it says transparency. That'll open this transparency dialog box. At this point, with that box selected, we're going to come over here and we're just going to really reduce that transparency. So we can see the sand right through it, right? Now we can come over here and take a placeholder box and we can place type in there. And let's go ahead and let's come over here and we got white type there. Okay, that I wonder if we can even turn that to purple type. Let's see how that might look. Maybe, we'll see, maybe that purple right there. Try it. Right now I think it was better in white. So, okay, and then we have contact information down here. Now I just did this quickly, but I think it's a good way to introduce the type into a really busy um, foreground. Now, the difference between what I did here and what you did before is I really reduced this opacity. And I think that what that does is it more incorporates the type with the image as opposed to very, very obviously and blatantly placing a very heavy weighted box and placing elements in a box. What happens in that regard is we start getting these rectangles and these shapes where everything looks like it's in a box in the end, and we don't want that. So those are my recommendations moving forward. I think that you're going to find a high degree of success in those techniques, Bethany. So try that. I'm just going to go back here, see if I missed anything. I don't think you have to add any more images of people. I think this is really neat, by the way. I think the way it's in the distance like that creates this wonderful depth in the composition. And of course, it's the sea turtles on the sand are, I think they're super, super interesting. Just want to check one more thing here. That's your images layer. So that's one main image. All right, so those are my recommendations moving forward. Now, if you want to reconfigure your ad and run it by me, again, I'll be glad to make further recommendations. Whatever you need me to do, I'm here. Just let me know if you want me to look at anything additionally. But I definitely would like to see these changes being made. I think it'll really help the composition itself. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much.